Patriots are currently in second place behind the Bills. Can they still make the playoffs?
Absolutely. This Patriots team is 3 snaps away from being 5-1. If you go back to week 1, they're going in for a game-winning score and Damien Harris fumbles the football. They're going to win that game without it. And if we're going to, I've seen Stephen A's top 5 list. Stephen A's top 5 list, and I know 2 teams that are in there are the Dallas Cowboys and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Patriots are 2 snaps away from beating both of those teams.
But they lost.
We're going to live in, but if we're going to live in a world where those are top 5 teams, then we got to live in a world where the Patriots are better than their 2. I'm not one that subscribes to the you are what your record are. We're too early in the season to believe in that. I think that they're 3 snaps away from being 5-1, 2 realistic snaps away from being a 4-2 football team. I think their defense is playing really good. They're giving up like 20, 21 points a game. They're challenging offenses. If their offense, led by Mac Jones, continues to get better, and really, D. Wood, you notice, focuses on playing better football in the red zone. They're not scoring touchdowns right now. If they get 1 possession better in the red zone, this team can go make a run. I think their season comes down to week 9, week 10, and week 11. In that stretch, they play the Chargers, they play the Panthers, and they play the Cleveland Browns. If they find a way to win 2 out of the 3 of that stretch, they are going to make the playoffs. I think the Patriots are a dark horse in the AFC.
Let me tell you why I totally disagree with you. I don't believe it's going to happen. Listen, they got the Jets, but then they got road games, like you said, against the Chargers and Panthers. They got 2 games against Buffalo. They got a game at Indy, okay? And I think whether it's the Jets or Miami, somebody at least steals 1 game from them. I got at least 4 more losses coming the Patriots' way. So you're talking about a best-case scenario in my mind with them at 9-8. And when I think about the rest of the AFC, I think about Buffalo. Right. I think about, obviously, the entire AFC North. I think about Tennessee in the South. I think about not just Kansas City, but the Raiders in the West. I don't see it. I really don't see it.
Well, listen, you know, Dan talks about a couple plays here and their record be different. Dan, they should have lost to the Houston Texans on the road in Houston. Davis Mills was outstanding going up against that Patriots defense, and that leads me to this. That Patriots defense, that side of the ball, which is supposed to be a strength, has not lived up to the billing for the Patriots this year. Okay, you got Mac Jones, a rookie, who, in my opinion, may be the one bright spot of the Patriots right now. Their offensive line is not playing well. They can't protect the quarterback. We saw that against the Dallas Cowboys. We've seen that against the New Orleans Saints. Their defense, the side of the ball that we thought coming in would be lauded with Dante Hightower, coming back off of last year, the whole COVID situation. Matt Judon coming over from the Baltimore Ravens, their secondary. That Patriots defense got absolutely torched by the Dallas Cowboys. If it wasn't for a couple turnovers in the red zone by the Cowboys, that score would have been even worse. So, listen, Mac Jones, I think the Patriots need to open it up more for Mac Jones, because I think Mac Jones can handle that. I think Josh McDaniels has been doing an outstanding job with Mac Jones. But from what I'm seeing from the Patriots defense and their offensive line, I got serious questions about the Patriots right now.
What, do you think they can make the playoffs or not? That's the question.
Only because there's 7 teams in the postseason this year. I think that's the only reason I consider the Patriots having a shot to make it. Other than that, no.
All right, so let me touch the Cowboys game. And you notice Bill does not care about yards. You can go up and down the field on him. He wants to play good red zone defense and make you kick field goals. So that kind of was the philosophy of the game against Dallas. You're not going to stop Dallas. They tried to play situational football in the red zone really good. They did. Dallas is a very good football team. The Houston game was 14-0 like that because, on a 3rd and 2, there was a jump ball touchdown by Davis Mills and a flea flicker touchdown. That defense played really good the last 3 quarters of that football game. So I don't think that the Houston game game was as close after those kind of two situational plays than the score led it on to be. I think if that Josh McDaniels is really starting to figure out what this offense is under Mac Jones, and if Mac Jones really played one bad game this year against the New Orleans Saints. If Mac Jones continues to play better, I agree with the offensive line. They got to get healthy. If they get a little bit healthier, I also think they're starting to use their tight ends the way that we expected them to. This is a team, again, week 9, week 10, week 11. That is the stretch. They go 2 for 3, they are going to get in the playoffs in New England.
I can't say it like I said. I think I agree with Damien. If you're talking about a 7th team, that's the only reason they have a shot. They're certainly nowhere near one of the top 6 teams in the AFC. And I just look at them right now and some of the struggles that they've had. I understand that they've played competitive football, but there have been too many moments at times where they've showed some of their youth having a rookie at the quarterback position, being bereft of elite talent at the wideout spot. I'm just looking at them from the standpoint that offensively, I just don't have that level of belief in them when I scour the AFC conference right now. I'm just looking at them right now. I got Tennessee. I got Buffalo. I'm looking at Baltimore, Cincinnati, Pittsburgh, and Cleveland. Okay, I'm just looking at all of that, and I'm looking at the Chargers and the Raiders.
So
I'm just looking at all of them.
You're taking Cincinnati and the Pittsburgh Steelers over the Patriots?
I'm saying to you that based on what I'm seeing, yes. Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.